Good evening, community members, family, and friends. As you guys are entering, I just want to point out that there's still plenty of seating on the left side over here and also here to your right. So if you guys can continue to filter in, and if you guys can also squeeze in on those bleacher seats to make room for more of our guests. We're very excited to celebrate the class of 2019 with all of you this evening. Thank you.
members of the Board of Education, faculty, parents, family, and friends of the class of 2019, welcome to Downers Grove South High School. Today we are here to observe the commencement exercise for the class of 2019 from South High School of Community High School District 99. Thank you for coming to honor these fine young men and women as they graduate from high school and begin their lives as adult and contributing members of society. I ask that the audience please rise. Kelly Lyons and Jillian Palladino, co-presidents of Student Council, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Immediately following the pledge, the South High School Madrigal Singers will lead us in the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Reciting the pledge and singing the national anthem reminds us of the men and women who serve our country and protect our freedoms. Many of our graduates here tonight have chosen that obligation for their immediate futures. I ask that all members of the class of 2019 who have enlisted in the armed forces please rise so we can extend our appreciation to you for your service. My name is Ed Schwartz, and it is my privilege to serve as the principal of South High School. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the dignitaries from District 99 and South High School who will participate in tonight's commencement ceremony. First, I would like to recognize the members of the District 99 Board of Education. I request that the board members stand and remain standing until all are called. I request that the audience please hold applause until all are standing and can be recognized together. Your District 99 Board of Education members, Dr. Nancy Kupka, President of the Board, Mr. Michael Davenport, Ms. Sherelle Fuller, Mr. Dan Nicholas, Mrs. Teresa Pavicic, and Ms. Joanna Vasquez Drexler. On behalf of South High School and the class of 2019, I wish to express our sincere thanks to the Board of Education for its leadership and service on behalf of the students of our community. Thank you. Next, please join me and acknowledge our district leader who works tirelessly on behalf of the students in District 99. Please join me in thanking Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Hank Thiele. On the dais representing the faculty of South High School are the class sponsors and the graduation readers. I would like each to stand and remain standing as I call their name. Please hold your applause till all are standing. Class of 2019 sponsors, Miss Amy Simler and Miss Alessandra Trosclair. Graduation readers, Miss Kristen Borman, Mr. Levon Robinson, and Mr. Terry Teisman. Please acknowledge these representatives of the South High School faculty. Finally, I would like to acknowledge and thank the building administrative staff, the department chairpersons, the school counselors, the student support services staff, and our classroom teachers of South High School. Many are seated among the graduates today. Over the past 4 years, these people have taught, supported, counseled, coached, and mentored the members of the class of 2019. Their role in the students' lives is often understated, and for many will not be appreciated for years. Their presence here tonight represents the entire faculty and staff of South High School. Would the members of the administration and faculty seated among the class stand and be recognized by the audience and by the graduates for your exceptional service to the class of 2019. It is a tradition at commencement to recognize students who have excelled academically while earning their high school diploma. Students earning recognition are noted in your program by gold stoles, gold cords, and gold tassels. Those earning the highest recognition, distinguished honors, are seated directly below the platform. I would like to recognize these students in alphabetical order for their accomplishments. As I call their names, I would like them to stand and remain standing. When I have called all 24, I will ask the audience to applaud in recognition of each student's achievements. Carson Aldrich, Emma Ansah, Jackson Baker, Thomas Blackmore, Anna Bogdansky, Ryan Borzello, Kaylee Chang, Hamza Chowdhury, Emmanuel Copeland, Lillian Dempsey, Grace Dodge, Gianna Falera, Lucy Dumford, Samantha Quagliardo, Kirk Hoffman, Kelly Jankowski, Quinn Luke, Alicia Marcus, Ethan Paul, Connor Pajasic, Emma Sayre, Emily Schwab, Rebecca Versaskis, Joshua Villacrucis. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the members of the South High class of 2019. Go back to your seats. Caleb. Caleb. Students earning distinguished honors recognition have the opportunity to be considered to address their class at graduation. Providing the commencement speech tonight is Kaylee Chang. Besides her obvious academic success, Kaylee is active in many ways throughout the South High community. She was a member of numerous clubs and activities and was part of our peer leader program. She played tennis on the girls' tennis team and assisted the boys' program as manager. She gained membership in the National Honor Society and has served as a PE leader. Kaylee plans to continue her education at Ohio State University. Kaylee has had a positive impact on South High, and it is my pleasure to have her at the podium today to address the class at their commencement. Please welcome the 2019 class speaker, Kaylee Chang.
Hi guys. Class of 2019, are we ready to graduate? I first just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Schwartz for that introduction. This has been a dream of mine for so long to be able to talk to you guys, so I think it's just crazy that this is actually happening. And so with that, I really thought long and hard on how I wanted to start a speech for you guys. And I didn't want to use some tacky, overused inspirational quotes from presidents and movie stars that you guys have already heard. So no, Shia LaBeouf is not going to be on stage to tell you things like, just do it. And I'm not here to say things like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or you must look through the rain to see the rainbow, even though that would have gone perfectly for today's weather. But instead, I wanted to be honest and personal with you guys. So it may sound cliche, but I want you to know that when we leave here today, DGS is your home, and it's one worth remembering. You see, in my lifetime, I've called a million places home, and by that I mean both physically and emotionally. I was born in the Schaumburg area, but quickly my family and I moved to Naperville, Downers Grove, Woodridge, and finally last winter to a place in Darien that I think my parents are finally happy with. At least that's what they tell me, but we'll see. But really, it's obvious that the 4 brick walls and the roof over my head have never remained concrete, but that isn't the definition of a home. Instead, it's a collection of everything that you love and that loves you back. So yeah, every transition to a new home wasn't easy, but eventually I found myself familiar and comfortable, and that's what I loved about it, because each one was a learning experience for me, becoming someone different from the places that I've been. And now, as I stand here facing all of you today, I realize that DGS was one of those homes. This was where we conquered a world and made it ours. People even like the outstanding seniors got to put their faces and names on these walls, showing that their passions and ambitions these past 4 years didn't go unrecognized. I think in some way, each of us became the people that we once admired, talked about, and thought were impossible. We entered as the newbies, and now somehow we're leaving as the people that just created a new legacy of Downers Grove South. We came here, built a life, and a new identity. Classrooms might have changed, but our beloved Marty the Mustang and the names of our school that were on our countless things of spiritware, they never changed. These brick walls, which some of us like to refer to as a prison, they never changed, and instead they made a growing understanding of what we now know as a family. Here, in this home, I think we became the family of 2019. Do you remember the first day of freshman year thinking, how am I going to get through 4 years in this big brick box of a school whose AC units look like literal time machines? We had nervous breakdowns trying to find the mysterious hallways, and we were too scared to ask the upperclassmen because they were taller than us. You see, everything was just so new, and so it was all so scary to us. We thought that as small as we were, there was no way that we could possibly matter to the rest of such a big school that's so easy to get lost in. But I think we proved ourselves wrong, didn't we? All of a sudden, we were the seniors of DGS, and we make sure that everybody knows it by wearing our senior shirts every single Friday. And for this specific class, though, it's more than a shirt. Instead, yeah, there were the downsides. We were the last class to sadly get the white Chromebooks made out of plastic, and our prom was more of a winter formal. All in all, there were also the big moments, the ones that made us special and different from every other year. Last year, Abby Carlson placed second in state with the gymnastics team. Our speech team won state twice, and who could forget this year's basketball season, right? Do you guys remember when Wes dunked on the DGN team? That was literally all over Instagram. It was crazy. But obviously, I think all in all, it was all very memorable. But you see, after today, DGS is going to become one of those homes that we refer to in the past tense. So yeah, whether we're leaving for school in the next town over, one far away in the West Coast, overseas to serve in the Army, or just starting a job where we finally have no more homework and Cornell notes to slave over, no Wii videos to awkwardly record in the hallways, we're leaving. So yeah, DGS was more than just a building though, wasn't it? It wasn't just a handful of hallways and room numbers that we memorized. Guys, this is where we learned who we could hang out with in the mornings, who are our real friends, what discussion topics actually made us want to participate in class and not watch Netflix in the back of the room. No matter our different degrees of love for school, we all came back every day, growing together as a family. So please don't walk out of this gym today and forget every basketball and volleyball game watched, every friendship that was made up in those stands, and the name of the school that you once cheered for with every breath in your body. These were the years that were worth remembering. These were the years that shaped us. So I'm asking you, don't forget. I can't force you to keep in touch with me or add me back on Facebook or even remember my name. By the way, if you weren't paying attention, I'm Kaylee, by the way. But I'm going to hold on to this yearbook and call it a $45 well spent because I think it'd be a waste to throw away this experience. I can say I'm a great person and all, but really, I'm nothing without the people in my life, and you guys were my family that I lived with, suffered through calculus with, and had to run the pacer with every year. You guys were my experience, my learning curve, and where I became somebody confident enough to somehow be standing on the stage today talking to all of you and saying thank you, and I mean it. So I think we owe it to DGS to remember it as a home well loved, furnished, and filled with everything that we gave to it as well as what it gave back to us. Because in the end, we always go back to what we know. It's human nature. And with that, I hope that one day, when you might find yourself lost in a big college campus or some city that just seems to stretch on for forever and unknowing, asking where life might be taking us, I hope you can think back on this, where we come from and what we know. So please don't be scared of today, of graduation and what it all means. The world has waited 18 years for you guys, and I think that it's finally time that we deserve to be a part of it. And yeah, I know you're scared. We all are. Terrified, actually. A lot of you know me, I'm a small girl, 4 years of high school, and I never even weighed enough to donate in the blood drive. And I came back every year asking, but they always said no. So I could say the weight of the world is going to be too harsh on my weak shoulders, and that I'm not ready to feel okay in a new home or a foreign place. But we're here today. So let's make sure that we're not forcing our parents to listen to 700 different names being called on stage just to forget them by tomorrow night as if they never meant anything to us. I'm trusting you guys to keep what we had alive and to know that life is more than where we go. Instead, remember that living is also about loving the places and the people that never stops loving you. That's what we in this school were for each other while we were here for 4 years. And so to close, I'm just asking you guys, far from now, when we think of high school, of our past, and of becoming who we are, I hope you can smile and feel a bittersweet tear when you remember Downers Grove South in this moment, because it's yours and it's ours. Promise me that you won't let the world forget where you come from, because this is a special place. It was our home. You guys are a first love, a best friend, and my favorite song that I don't ever want to be able to forget. We are DGS, one family, and a million worthwhile memories. So thank you sincerely to all of you for making this place a home. Thank you.
At this point in our program, the a cappella choir, directed by Miss Joy Belt Roselieb and accompanied by Dr. Ricardo Pedroza, will perform 2 selections. The first selection is Depart in Peace by Jean Greer and Lowell Everson. The second selection will be the South High Alma Mater. It is custom that the class and the audience stand and men remove their caps for the Alma Mater. Thank you. You may be seated. It is now time to present the class of 2019 to the Superintendent of Schools and the Board of Education for endorsement. Before presenting the class, I would like to congratulate the members of the class personally for their achievements while students at Downers Grove South High School. You have all done great things, both individually and collectively, and have been recognized in many ways over the past 4 years. I could spend time talking about scholastic awards, performance-based awards, tens of thousands of dollars raised through philanthropic efforts, all conference performances, and several state place winners. If I did that, the evening would get quite long, and several of you have provided me encouragement to keep it brief. Each year I contemplate, what am I going to say to the graduates at commencement? I'm a teacher at heart, and in some ways, I consider this my last chance to provide a lesson. On August 26, 2015, I stood in front of all of you, and I told you, don't be focusing on grades. I challenge you to grow, to be better today than you were yesterday, and better tomorrow than you were today. On that day 4 years ago, I told you we would help you to grow academically. I also told you we would help you to grow socially and emotionally. I stressed to you that we would be here to support your growth, no matter what that would look like. As new freshmen that day, you probably listened out of fear more than respect, but more likely you didn't even know what I meant. As I prepared for this day, I reflected confidently that you all did grow in every way. After having started a speech for tonight a few weeks ago, I changed my topic last Friday. There were two things that changed my plans. First, Friday was your last day of school, and I think I had conversations with more than 200 of you. The theme that I heard over and over throughout the hallways was of mixed emotions that you were experiencing. While most of you shared feelings of excitement, nearly all of you expressed a certain level of sadness to the thought of leaving. I think that it may have been Winnie the Pooh who said, "How fortunate are you if you have something that is hard to say goodbye to?" That's right, I just quoted Winnie the Pooh. The lesson is not in goodbye. Saying goodbye is hard because of the collective experiences that you've had. As you go through life, every day is a new experience and a chance to interact with others. Approach each moment in a way that when it's over, you wish that it wasn't. So how do you approach each moment? Well, I already knew the answer to that question. I'm old and seasoned. But I got an unexpected reminder of it on Friday night when I got home. I sat down to make some notes about tonight's ceremony. As I settled in, I asked Alexa to play some music. Tim McGraw was soon heard singing "Humble and Kind," thus the second influence on my change in speech plans. Now, while here, you have all certainly learned new things through your academic and extracurricular activities. You've learned new concepts, new skills. You've learned to think critically and apply learning to other situations. You've learned to work collaboratively, finding ways to share your growth for the good of a group. But more than anything, I hope you've learned how you like to be treated. And, in turn, I hope you've learned how to treat others. Be humble. Be kind. One of my educational heroes is John Wooden, a legendary basketball coach. He simplified this idea for me. He always said, "Consider the rights of others before your own feelings, and consider the feelings of others before your own rights." As you leave South High tonight, it is your growth as people that makes me most proud. And that is what makes the class of 2019's experiences here worth remembering. At the end of Tim McGraw's song, there's a line that says, "When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around." Kaylee's right. Not everyone can stay in your life, but they and the experiences you share together can. They can stay in your heart and have lasting influence. Regardless of where you're going, be sure to be humble and kind. I know that I stand here speaking on behalf of the entire faculty and staff when I say it has been a pleasure being part of your growth into adulthood. By being an active participant in the high school experience, your 4 years here were spent making yourselves better than you were when you entered our halls. By doing so, you have most definitely contributed to making this school better for you having been a part of it. I know, too, that I have personally benefited from my association with you. Class of 2019, congratulations. Not only on your graduation today, but what you are sure to achieve in the future. I can't wait to see where your journey takes you. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to direct the sponsors of the class to present the class of 2019 from South High School to our Superintendent of Schools and to the President of the Board of Education. Will Ms. Alessandra Trosclair please come forward to present the class to Dr. Thiele, who will then present the class to the President of the Board of Education, Dr. Nancy Kupka.
Good afternoon. Dr. Thiele, Mr. Schwartz, and the Community High School District 99 Board of Education. I am proud to announce that the senior class of 2019 has successfully completed all requirements for graduation and are eligible to receive a diploma. I present to you the class of 2019. Congratulations.
Thank you, South High faculty and Mr. Schwartz. I'd like to start out by congratulating the class of 2019 on your accomplishments during your high school career, culminating in today's graduation celebration. This is always a big moment for each of you as students, but also for your parents, family members, teachers, and other staff members who have helped you along the way. Before you start your next chapter, please take a moment and reflect on all of those people who helped to navigate you through all of those years. Those people who supported you, cared for you, took you all the places you needed to go, and made it possible for you to be here today. But today marks a turning point where you are now leading the way. This year I am a parent of a college freshman. I have seen what the next year brings for you. It will be a year filled with uncertainty and difficult choices. Your parents, family members, and teachers in your life trust that they have helped prepare you for whatever comes next. Whatever is next for you, though, college, work, military, I want to offer you two simple strategies, your last two lessons that we're going to offer you to help you be successful for whatever comes next. So the first thing I want you to remember after you leave DGS is to show up. You need to be there to succeed. No matter where you're at, just be present. And the next tip is when you're there, use your eyes. That's your most important tool. Whether it's in a classroom, no matter how boring the professor is, or in work, no matter how demanding your boss is, use your eyes when they are speaking to you. Spend more time looking at the people around you that are important than the other things that may distract you. Although these two ideas are simple, I'm sure you're starting to see that being a responsible adult is pretty hard. Things happen that you don't expect, and things that you couldn't even imagine are possible. Some of these things going forward will be challenges, others will be opportunities. Either way, you are now responsible for getting yourself through each situation. Sometimes it will take every bit of energy, knowledge, and determination that you have to make it through, but you will. We are confident that you will join the ranks of successful graduates leaving Community High School District 99. Most of all, we trust that we've instilled in you the power and desire to learn, to reason, and to take positive action for others throughout the rest of your life. As you leave today and begin your next journey, I want to remind you what you have heard today from Kaylee and from Principal Schwartz. This place will always be your home. This community will always be your home. Please come back and share with us your future successes. Tell us how your high school experience prepared you for your next set of adventures. I can't wait to learn more about how you make a positive difference in the world. So now it is my privilege to recommend to the Board of Education of Community High School District 99 that these graduates move forward for graduation. Congratulations, graduates.
Good evening and congratulations. I know for some of you, this day could not come quickly enough. For others, especially your parents, it's here way too soon. Today you're different. Today you're graduating from a school with high academic, civic, and behavior standards. You, with help from your family, friends, teachers, administrators, and staff, have met this challenge. I and the other members of the school board salute your success. Your new challenge is to continue to stretch and extend yourself wherever that takes you. Remember, it is less about your ability and more about what you choose to do with it. Representing the board, we are proud to recognize the 2019 class. Thank you.
As we prepare to present the diplomas to the class, I would like to request the audience withhold noisemaking or excessive cheering until the entire class is recognized. Each of our graduates has worked hard to be here today, and each family deserves to hear the name of the graduate called. Excessive celebration will limit the ability to hear the next name called. When all names have been called, we will give an exciting and appropriate salute to the class as a whole. I thank you in advance on behalf of the class of 2019. Will the class of 2019 please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Scott Aguilar.
Miles Emmanuel Abbott.
Brian Alcantara.
Natalia Aguilar.
Melanie Alcantara.
Gustavo Alamia.
Andrew John Alfini.
Jacqueline Alcantara.
Merritt Sinclair Allendorfer.
Carson Rice Heinrichs Aldrich.
Lamar Anderson.
Erica Alves.
Angelina Andreessen.
Elizabeth Lubomirva Andanova.
Emma Ansa.
Amanda Anese.
Beatrice Oinawa Apia.
Alexander Antelis.
Daniela Ariano.
Brendan Arce.
Caroline Abigail Arredondo Lopez.
Alexa Arredondo.
Dominic Arturi.
Blessing Arthur.
Ayana Augustov.
Caitlin Asta.
Clara Awad.
David Augustine.
Marima Basinavovic.
Tyler Bacara.
Jackson Baker.
Drew Bafor.
Jacob Bandick,
Dominic Balsamo.
Joseph Barnes,
Ina Barashka.
Mauricio Becerra,
Dalen Bates.
Rebecca Biney,
Drew Bielfus.
Kurt Bennett,
Anthony Beleza.
Nicole Biula,
Michael Jean Bube.
Angelina Biondo,
Daniel Biggio.
Thomas Blackmore,
Ryan Bjorth.
Jalen Blecky,
Jonah Blazek.
Gabrielle Boone,
Anna Bodansky.
Adelbert Brackett,
Ryan Borzello.
Samuel Braun,
Jennifer Branch.
Nicholas Brown,
Zen Briggs.
Dane Barisek,
Kamanti Brown Poe.
Allison Kalick,
Sarah Byrne.
Frank Campbell,
Ryan Campagna.
Jay Caranto,
Abigail Carlson.
Andres Carranza Chains,
Natalie Bianca Casas.
Samantha Casimero,
Blake Casani.
Jasmine Castillo,
Christopher Eloy Charez.
Kaylee Chang,
Mia Channel.
Stephanie Chaparro,
Joshua Jacob Charnas.
Javante Chidari,
Banit Chavla.
Ryan Cheevers,
Sarah Symbolista.
Hamza Chowdhury,
Reese Clemens.
Anthony Sorallo,
Noel Cochran.
Jordan Clements,
Samantha Contreras.
Jaden Collins,
Stuart Coonrod.
Jeremiah Boatwright,
Patrick Kokorkin.
Emmanuel Joy Copeland,
Joseph Edward Corona.
Paula Cornejo,
China Cox.
Gabriel Coughlin,
Ishmael Cox.
Vincent Coyne,
Gino Cozy.
Esther Crandall,
Grace Curry.
Virginia Lynn Curtis,
Naomi Saigan.
John Daly,
Joseph Daniel.
Andrea Marie Davenport,
Sunye Term Simone Davenport.
Bryn Kennedy Davis,
Kate Dialba.
Megan Deanda,
Paul Ted DeJesus.
David Alexander DeNova,
Megan Lee Dinahan.
Lillian Dempsey,
Michaela D. Pasquale.
Shrishti Ravi Desai,
Angel Diaz.
Hannah Virginia Diggory,
Sarah Ann Dixon.
Catherine Dobson,
Grace Dodge.
Analia Ray Dolce,
Nathan Domingo.
Karen Donise,
Keegan James Dorco.
India Anse Das,
Matthew Anthony Lee Douglas.
Olivia Bell Dua,
John Junius.
Sophia Josephine Dua,
Isabella Demansky.
Joseph Dorsey,
Lucy Marie Dumford.
Colin Dunn,
Nicholas Diedzik.
Jacob Eklund,
Marcus Irvin.
Denzel Eslett,
Emily Ermo.
Hea Fahim.
JC Leonard Lusata Evangelista.
John Fedor.
Gianna Falera.
Catherine Finucane.
Stepan Fedorsian.
Alexander Flores.
Alexa Flores.
Dylan Flowers.
Andrea Flores.
Jillian Foster.
Julie Flores Ugalde.
Rachel Foster.
Matt Nicole Fajardo.
Madeline Grace Frost.
Maxwell John Foster.
Charles Furman.
Alexa Franks.
Laura Faye Gagala.
Giovanni Fuentes.
Julieta Gallegos.
Justin Louis Gadomski.
Timion Gamble.
Jaime Gallegos.
Brian Garduno.
Joseph Galvin.
Anaya Garner.
Cameron Gambro.
Robert Gasman.
Maria Victoria Garcia Villamizar.
Robin George.
Keegan Garland.
Alexis Nicole Gibson.
Michael Scott Garza Jr.
Aaron Gomez.
Alyssa Garwin.
Guadalupe Gonzalez.
Ian Karcher German.
Anthony Gromick.
Nina Glau.
Jalen Grant.
Maya Megan Gonzalez.
Sophia Grasso.
Matthew Goy.
Margaret Lynn Greco.
Joey Grandstrom.
Nicole Garganto.
Sarah Grandstrom.
Elizabeth Grill.
Latan Vortiz Gray.
Verena Guerrero.
Gianna Grippo.
Alegria Guzman.
Samantha Gagliardo.
Tegan Halleck.
Caitlin Guillermo.
Matthew Hansen.
Janella Guzman.
Ariba Haroun.
Sabah Hamden.
Joseph Hartzheim.
Savannah Henazuski.
Kyle Heavey.
Reggie Harris.
Annika Heiling.
Jacqueline Rose Hayden.
Michael Hose.
Ruth Hedberg.
Kirk Heinrich Hoffman.
Diamond Henderson.
Wesley Hooker III.
Lauren Julia Hodge.
Jairo Huerta Rodriguez.
Ryan Hodge.
Aaron Elizabeth Healy.
Jordan Elizabeth Honecki.
Ali Mohsen Isa.
Nora Margaret Song Haugard.
Leon Jackson.
Crystal Haladek.
Michelle Halife.
Roberto Hurtado.
Dylan James.
Cameron Imgrund.
Joy Marie Geronimus.
Jeffrey Jablonski.
Andre Jimenez.
Trevor Fitzgerald Jacobs.
Dean Johnson.
Aaliyah Juanita James.
Nick Jordan.
Kelly Jankowski.
Haruya Kamatani.
Tyler Jardine.
Claudia Isla Katke.
Amelia Jimenez.
Alyssa Kadzierski.
Caitlin Jorms.
Robert Khalil.
Kenton Johnson.
Andrew James Knight.
Skylar Allison Jones.
Joseph Koenig, Jr.
Haneen Jubran.
Delaney Rose Kosar.
Emily Carling.
Ryan Krakowiak.
Andrea Cavalli.
Michelle Kravik.
Maura Kennedy.
Hope Elizabeth Kurska.
Brian Kirkolis.
Gavin Krugoff.
Dylan Knock.
Julia Koonsman.
John Kohlmeyer.
Michelle Kursina.
Dimitri Karafis.
Sushant Lala.
Anna Kraus.
Tim Lam.
Ilya Kristisashvili.
Grace Lamoureux.
Kathleen Kopinski.
Jamari Latham.
Colleen Cooper.
Michael Lorich.
Milton Lagunas.
Akari Monet Leverston.
Julie Lalande.
Weiwei Liu.
Annie Lamontagna.
Andres Lopez.
Amelia Lance.
Jennifer Lopez.
Ian Lottie.
Karina Luco.
Annie Me Leinhart.
Holly Lucan.
Miles Little.
Madison Luna.
Jake Lloyd.
Margaret Lynch.
Fernando Lopez.
Alicia Makis.
Maria Teresa Lopez Larucci.
Nicole Makoviak.
Andrew Lucia.
Stephen Magnuson.
Mitchell Ludwig.
Mitzi Angelica Maloyan.
Gianna Lukasic.
Michael Alexander Marino.
Megan Lupi.
Sigmund Bruno Makowski IV.
Kelly Lyons.
Samantha Martinez.
Jennifer Macias.
Antonio Martinez Ramirez.
Clarice Mays.
Antonio Maschio.
Christopher Allen Major.
Alexandria Mazzullo.
Jacob James Maples.
Catherine McIntyre.
Samantha Mark.
Matthew Aaron McKinney.
Francesco Marcico.
Lindsay Mejia.
Diana Martinez Mendez.
Daniel Mejia Perez.
Nico Mazzari.
Chelsea Mendoza.
Frank Mason.
Jacob Mersch.
Bailey McCoy.
Kelsey Meyer.
Randy McKay.
Andrew Mina.
Juanita Mahia.
Guadalupe Miranda Sanchez.
Michael Mahia.
Nicole Monar.
Janae Merritt.
Fernando Montiel.
James Method.
Henry Mora.
Daniel Michael.
Stephanie Mora Salazar.
Jonah Moran.
William Morlock.
Emily Mitchell.
Madeline Mushan.
Alyssa Mojica.
Sarah Mueller.
Ernest Monaco.
Addie Munoz.
Farah Janae Moore.
Benjamin Murillo.
Nicholas Morano.
Gabrielle Muzikansky.
Thomas Morissette.
Tyler Nink.
Stephen Mucha.
Nick Nelly.
Mary Mulcahy.
Michael Newman.
Jahida Munoz.
Jonathan Nino.
Frank Musquiz IV.
Kayla O'Leary,
Sarunas Narakis.
Kira O'Reilly,
Kennedy Irene Nelson.
Martin Ostapenko,
Tyler Newey.
Trevor Okars,
Jessica Nias.
Jillian Palladino,
Jeffrey Nugent.
Angelina Pantano,
Connor O'Laughlin.
Nicholas Papa,
Annabella Ortiz Gonzalez.
Scott Pape,
Meredith Ostrom.
Jamin Patel,
Alima Oyaluade.
Vivek Patel,
Giuliano Pinko.
Yash Patel,
Sierra Journey Pantlin.
Braulio David Patron Padilla,
Jason Papanicholas.
Philip Pakowski,
Sarah Parker.
Matthew Peloso,
Jennifer Paskvan.
Brian Perez,
Samir Patel.
Cassius Perez,
Yash Patel.
Ivan Perez,
Riley Patrick.
Samantha Perkins,
Ethan Paul.
Alexander Pacey,
David Pedersen.
Jack Pickley,
Elijah Pendleton.
Christina Peterzak,
Chelsea Perez.
Jake Pileggi,
Marilyn Perez.
Madison Pittenger,
Efren Perez Reyes.
Jacob Platek,
Matthew Perry.
Emily Posowitz,
Taylor Petring.
Cameron Mackay Ponitz,
Peter Peropoulos.
David Pollier,
Shane Pike.
Jermaine Price,
Daisy Panetta.
Rebecca Pritchett,
Alexis Placencia.
Vinny Provenzano,
Jessica Plazek.
Richard Purr,
Connor Pojacek.
Alexis Quintana,
Rachana Pukaleri.
Ashley Quintero,
Nicholas Potoff.
Braden Rafferty,
Caitlin Preben.
Bader Ramahi,
Justin Principe.
Jose Amar Ramos,
Luca Provenzano.
Cassidy Reed,
Madeline Patank.
Manuel Reyes,
Adam Pushkarski.
Karime Reyna,
Claire Karen.
Michael Reardon,
Michaela Rakos.
Reynaldo Rodriguez,
John Roba.
Julian Roman,
Paige Reichert.
Alejandro Rosales,
Renee Renault.
George Ross,
Alexander Edward Posca.
Maria Francesca Rovito,
Brooke Reamer.
Joshua Rudolph,
Haziel Riviera.
Maria Guadalupe Ruiz,
Corey Rollins.
Samantha Ruiz,
Diego Romero.
Thomas Rudder,
Jada Rose.
Mohamed Saleh,
Rocky Wayne Ramos.
Melody San Martin,
Brock Royal.
Emma Sayer,
Natalie Ruiz.
Ryan Shahovic,
Ashley Ruiz.
Emily Shahovic,
Natalia Ruiz,
Sarah Shahovic,
Isaac Carlo Rutledge,
Matthew David Seiden,
Michael Sadowski,
Ariana Sepulveda,
Austin Salvino,
Hayden Seward,
Sean L. Sanders,
Daman Shitu,
Emily Schwab,
Sakina Simba,
Connor Skornaci,
Edwin Shuda,
Caitlin Alyssa Scott,
Alexander Antonio Dubois Swatter,
John Siri,
Mark Anthony Palici Smith,
Samantha Slakovich,
Simon Smith,
Elizabeth Cerna Sanchez,
Marcin Smolin,
Maya Marie Shelby,
Blake Sutterholm,
Kyle Siebert,
Daki Sopchich,
Tyler Sims,
Giovanni Vincent Speno,
Haley Scara,
Jack Starrick,
Daniel Smith,
Anthony Michael Stellato,
Parker Smith,
Ashley Marie Stevenson,
Bethany Smoke,
Keontae Strong,
Sarah Mary Snadoff,
Jennifer Marie Sitowitz,
Benjamin Solomon,
Blair Thibault,
Nicholas Frank Sostak,
Mitchell Thiel,
Emily Spikuza,
Lauren Thiel,
Lauren Amber Steck,
Paxton Tomchak,
Tiffany Love Stevens,
Angela Tuong,
Matthew Strauss,
Lauren Travis,
Harry Ting,
Courtney Choha,
Cassandra Elizabeth Tepe,
Rhea Andre Truman,
Melissa Marie Tepe,
Andrew Tiro,
Solomon Thomas,
Abigail Ugaldi,
Valentina Tombesi,
Andrew Urban,
Gianni Tomasome,
Mickey Vochovina,
Christina Todoratis,
Angelique Ashley Valentine,
Eileen Trejo,
Abigail Valaire,
Adrian Ramon Trujillo,
Melissa Valmores,
David Shulos,
Alexis Velasquez Flores,
Anupuma Udaya Kumar,
Rebecca Ann Vasaskas,
Stacy Ugalde,
Joshua Villacrucis,
Jacqueline Ashley Valdez,
Corinne Veray,
Santos Baez,
Lazarius Walker,
Samantha Vallow,
Max Washer,
Isabella Vega,
Riley Isidore Wasler,
Aubrey Vernon,
Melissa Rose Widener,
Goda Verta Kaita,
Ashley Winland,
Lauren Ann Victorin,
Ethan White,
Colleen Wade,
Alexander Rilgos,
Ebony Alexandria Ward,
George Willer,
Kiari Vinay Washington,
Nyla Wallace,
Layla Ray Weatherspoon,
Scotland Sierra Williams,
James Weigel,
Ashley Elizabeth Wills,
Aiden West.
Andrea Wiltz.
Chelsea Wiafe.
Connor James Wode.
Mark Vilgosh.
Vincent Woodman.
Nico Tavares Williams.
Emily Vroniak.
Stephen David Williams.
Joseph Wagonski.
Caitlin Wilson.
Emily Young.
Dylan Witt.
Darian Zaldivar.
Abigail Rose Whistler.
Danny Zariana.
Jacob Ryan Whistler.
Karen Flores.
Lindsay Wydra. Justin Yang. Reed Youngberg. Javier Zamudio.
As the ceremony comes to a close, I would like to provide some procedural direction. To ease crowding, the graduates will recess out of the gymnasium and back to the field house to get their diplomas and school records. We request that the audience remain seated until the entire class has left the gym. Your graduates will meet you outside of the school or at a previously designated meeting point. Only the graduates will be allowed in the field house. Class of 2019, congratulations, you are now alumni of South High School. Let's give one final round of applause for the class of 2019.